favorite healthy-ish, I should say, desserts is a poached pear. It's simple, it's fruit, and it has no gluten. And if you add ice cream, it'll have dairy, but literally you can eat this yummy, yummy dessert all on its own with a little simple syrup. I'm gonna do mine today with ginger, honey, and cinnamon, a little vanilla bean as well. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is make a simple syrup, which is super simple. I've got 2 cups water. I'm gonna turn my stove onto like a medium-high heat, and to that, 2 cups sugar. There's 1 and 2. All right, so we're just gonna stir this guy until it becomes a nice syrup. Simple syrup is an amazing thing to have on hand, just in general, I think. If you are one to make cocktails, you know, if you do a lot of desserts, iced tea, it's just a nice thing to have in your fridge already made and ready to go. Now let's talk about the wine that these pears are gonna be poached in. This is a Riesling. Normally you'd wanna do a dessert wine, like a Moscato or a Riesling, which this is a Riesling. This is Providence, it's from Germany. It's incredibly delicious. I've had it on its own, and I think that these pears and this wine are going to just marry really nicely. All right, so this simple syrup is going to do its deal and get all syrupy for about 20 minutes. So just continue to stir it, you know, keep your eye on it. You don't want it to bubble over. You don't want it to turn into some kind of hard gelatinous glob or some hard, weird candy that you're not intending. Have a little patience with it. It's thickening up a little bit here. We don't want it super thick because it's going to continue to thicken and cook in the poaching liquid. And if you could smell this right now, oh, it smells like yummy butter and caramel. Delish. Okay, let's cut it, take it off the heat, and then we're going to continue with our poaching liquid for our pears. Okay, so you're gonna need a big enough pot to hold 6 to 7 pears. Okay, so this guy's gonna go onto a medium heat, and we're going to add our simple syrup. All right. Now we'll get our Riesling, it's a full bottle. It's gonna go into our poaching liquid. This dessert, I feel like, is very elegant. It's very simple. And you're wanting to impress somebody, but you don't have a lot of time. This is the one. Okay, so this guy, you can smell how sweet it is. It's gonna be great. It actually has on the nose a little bit of pear, so this is gonna be fantastic. Into our pot, so 750 ml, full bottle here. So I love this product so much. From the ginger people, minced ginger. I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon. Look at that, they already did it for me. Isn't that so nice of them? In you go. 1 tablespoon of honey. I'm gonna use little Manuka honey, which is my favorite. So 1, because New Zealanders are my favorite people on the planet, but this has incredible medicinal qualities to it, this honey. And why not add it to your dessert? Ooh, sticky, yummy goodness. Great. We're gonna do 1 stick of cinnamon. We're gonna break it in half so you get that aromatic. This is just so great. This is gonna pair really well with ginger and the honey and the Riesling wine. I'm literally salivating, I'm so excited. So next is our vanilla bean. So we're gonna take our bean, slice it down the middle. First I cut off the ends, and then I just kind of slice it from the center out, and then I turn it, and I take that little point from the center and bring it out again. And then I just open it up. You take your knife and just run it along the inside of the bean, releasing all of those gorgeous little beans. Okay, and into the pot we go. And then we're also gonna add the bean. That's just gonna marry in there. We'll take it out later along with the cinnamon stick. Give that a good stir so the vanilla gets happy with everyone. Okay, so we're gonna bring this guy to a simmer. Make sure the honey is melted and everything is incorporated. And then we're gonna add our pears. I use Anjou pears and quite firm ones. Otherwise it would be a messy, mushy mess in there. But you can use any pear you like. Ooh, yeah. I mean, who doesn't love a good pear, right? Okay, let me tell you, this is a bath that I'd like to jump into. We've got our vanilla, our honey, cinnamon, it's divine. So we'll turn our guy to a nice medium low and get our pears in here. There we go. 2. So we're gonna get our lid on, but you don't wanna walk away from this guy. It's gonna cook 20 minutes or simmer really in the poaching liquid for about 20 minutes. And you wanna turn the pears so that the entirety of the pear gets all of the Riesling and the honey and the ginger. Really spin and turn these guys, I'd say every 5 minutes. And just to make sure that all the pears are incorporated with the poaching liquid. Okay, so now we're going to have to test these guys with a little paring knife. We are going to just make sure that it is nice and poached, and they are. So you just see how easily my knife went in there. You know that it's nice and soft. You don't want it falling apart. So we're gonna take them out now, let them cool for a little bit, reduce our poaching liquid to about half of its viscosity for another 20 minutes. It's gonna be syrupy and vanilla and ginger and honey. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm going to do mine with some vanilla ice cream. These smell so good. We're gonna turn up our heat and reduce this guy down. I'm gonna take out my cinnamon sticks and my vanilla bean, so we don't need them any longer. They've done their job. I'm just gonna time it for 15 minutes so that I can just walk away from it and I'll know when to come back. Okay, so I've reduced this poaching liquid down to about half of what it was for about 15 minutes, and the smell in here is ridiculously good. Okay, so we're gonna ladle our poaching syrup into, I've got it in a cute little pitcher, just for easier pouring over the pears. And then I'm going to garnish with a little bit of orange zest and some vanilla ice cream. And you can see all those little specks of vanilla bean.